3, 1. Hey, welcome back to the Acoustic Shoppe channel. I'm Jeremy, this is John. Today we're going to be talking about the Eastman MD404BK.
BK.
Burger King. Hey, we're going to be talking about the Eastman MD404BK. That stands for Blacktop and not for Burger King. Well, though I did get really hungry during the introduction.
I am definitely hungry. I'm not sure if that's what it's for, but
what is your favorite, McDonald's fries or Burger King fries? Put those in the comments below. We're going to have a competition. I just see that done in a lot of videos.
You know how many times you're going to see In-N-Out Burger? That's all you're going to see. And then
that wasn't one of your options. Anyway, White Castle is not a burger. That's just leftovers from somebody else's grease trap on a bun, a soggy bun. Anyway,
ouch, you are never going to get to eat there again.
And I will be a happy person. Anyway, before we get to the specs of this mandolin, if you like our channel, be sure to subscribe below, share it with your friends. There's algorithms out there. The more people that like this, share it, interact with us, the more people get to see it.
So please do that stuff, because it would. And as always, there is a video with the complete song that we just you heard just a little bit ago, as well as at the end of this video, you will be able to hear tone samples of this particular instrument, so you can skip past all of this stuff about burgers.
We saved the good stuff for the very end, but in the middle we have the meat, which is the burger of this little video review. The MD404BK. This is in that 400 series that we've done a review on the 415, which came in a black top and a gold top, which is no longer available, I believe. Is now just going to be the black top, which is reminiscent. A lot of people kind of look at that and go, why would they do a black top? Early Gibson mandolins had black top mandolins, both in the A-style and F-style form. Mm-hmm.
This is very reminiscent of those pre-1920s era Gibson A mandolins. Shorter neck, as you noticed on this particular one, just like those mandolins were. Elongated A-style body with the oval hole, and yet, like Jeremy said, black top. Very, very common for that, as well as the mahogany back and sides.
Yeah. Just say this, the big change for Eastman in the 400 series is they go from the maple back and sides, spruce top, to the mahogany back and sides. Still gonna be a spruce top, but they do the black, or at one time did the gold as well in this series. One thing that's a good reason that Gibson probably did that, and that Eastman's able to do that, a lot of times, get a perfectly good piece of wood. It sounds good, tonally it's great. Structurally it's great. It may just have a slight blemish in the grain pattern that may not look wonderful on a top.
As good. Let's go with as good.
So a lot of times they'll just do one of these, non-transparent coatings on the top for color, and that way you're still getting a great mandolin that you're not worried about some of those appearance blemishes.
And should lower the cost of it as well, which in this case definitely did so.
So we're conserving. We're making sure we're using every piece of wood that way.
Now I like the rosette on these. This is one of those things that is kind of cool. And I'm going to tell you why I like this particular one even more than some others. Gibson did a very similar rosette to this, but they didn't use that ivoroid. And I like the grained ivoroid in there because it kind of gives this like striped feel for the different diamonds.
They kind of turned it as they went, so the striping kind of turns with those little squares. Absolutely. So it's almost like a checker pattern, but not quite with that ivoroid binding. It's the same ivoroid binding that is going to be on the neck and the top of the mandolin. Unbound back on this one, and unbound peg head as well. And then on the A-styles, they got that little bit more of a slightly different peg head.
I have been told it is the Gumby headstock.
I can see that. Yeah, kind of
I like it. It's
for you kids out there, that used to be a clay animation show that we grew up with. Pokey and Gumby, and
this was even
the blockheads, the scary blockheads. I don't know why they were always so troublesome, but
if you were a blockhead, you wouldn't
that was quite a show to make. Every scene just like a stop animation thing. But
anyway,
it does look like Gumby. Look it up, kids.
Very classic mandolin here. Definitely gives you that very old turn of the century sound.
Yeah.
We talked about it before with oval holes. Not particularly well used in the bluegrass world, But actually, there were a few things. If you listen to the original Jimmy Martin recordings, those were done on an oval hole. It was an F-style mandolin, but yeah, Paul Williamson played a oval hole mandolin. So it has been used throughout the time in bluegrass, but not quite as popular these days.
Definitely folk music uses A-style a lot. It's one of those tones that's grown on me. Like I think growing up in bluegrass, I was always looking for that real woody, loud, poppy tone. And then these oval holes, they just kind of we've mentioned before, it almost like it has its own reverb chamber inside the mandolin. So really it's almost trapping this sound in there a little longer and letting it out this one port. So much more mellow tone, not quite the volume that an F-style or an F-hole mandolin will have. But I've grown to really like it. It's just got this real warm, mellow tone to it that when you're doing, we had also done another video, I think with the F-style version. Tone Poems really turned me on to this, where David Grisman went through his collection and kind of picked the right instrument for each song that he would play. And that really showed me that the diversity of tones in a mandolin, there's such a wide variety of options there. And if you kind of get pigeonholed into that one sound, you're kind of missing out on a lot of opportunity to create different tones for different songs. And I don't currently own an, actually I do have an F14, one of the early Gibson oval hole F-style mandolins, but an A-style oval hole I think maybe in my near future. And it might be this one, like this model in particular is different enough with the mahogany back and sides. The price point on it, this is an upgrade from the 300 series where you're now getting the gloss finish. A hard shell case with this instrument as well.
And the upgraded tuners as well. So yeah, this definitely is an upgrade from the 300 series. If you want to dip your toe into the oval hole mandolin world, we definitely recommend that 300 series in either the F-style or A-style. The 400 series is a more classic sound. Definitely you can do this. It's not
a huge price difference between the two, so it's not a large leap to go up to the 400 series. Still, with all their models, they're going to be a hand-carved top and back, so they're putting a lot of work and craftsmanship into building the instruments. Setup on these has been great. Like they put a lot of time into shaping. Obviously, with a mandolin, you got this arched top, and they're all going to be slightly arched differently. So there's a lot of work in getting these bridges fit well to the top. So they have to actually sand it to that particular mandolin to get it to fit well. These have all been set up really well. Radius fretboard on these as well. Another great price point, great option from Eastman. Bone, nut are standard on these models. And I think we should do some tone samples on it, but I just really love that kind of warm, mellow tone that they produce. Hey, thanks for watching that video that we just did. I'm going to make this universal so we can use it on all the videos.
Good
I hope you enjoyed that thing that I said. And if you'd like to see more things like that, then subscribe down below where it says subscribe. You'll be notified anytime we do another video.
And while you're at it, make sure to check out our website, theacousticshoppe.com. We have free shipping on most products and one of the best return policies in the country.
We know what it's like to buy an instrument online. You never know what you're going to get. When you get it, if you're not happy with it, send it back to us. We're not going to be mad at you.
No.
We'll be a little disappointed in you, but not at all. We want you to find the right instrument, and there's no way to know until you try it. So we encourage you to try it out, play it, and then if it's not the right fit, we'll find the one that is.
There we go.
Also, be sure to comment down below. We love to interact with you guys. It's not a one-way street here.
No.
You get to say things, we get to say things back to you. If we say mean things, we're going to say mean things back.
We may or may not do that. Anyway, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.